This is the closest thing we'll get to a dance practice, guys. Or a dance practice video. Today, I'm actually going to be watching the behind the scenes for Supernatural, the dance practices. I know they haven't been releasing dance practices for their recent songs. My speculation is that it's probably because Hayne was injured at the time. I don't know if that's actually why they're not releasing any dance practices. Who knows, we might get them in the future. But recently at Bunny's camp at Tokyo Dome, Hayne did perform on stage, which means she's probably recovered from her injury. So we'll see. Anyway, for this series, I'm actually focusing on NewJeans and 17 at the moment because 17 is my top guy group and NewJeans is my top girl group. So right now, I'm gonna be more focused on reacting to these behind the scenes dance practices for these two groups. But as this series goes on, I will be adding on more groups to focus on and see what they're like in their own dance practices because every group is different. If y'all love NewJeans, don't forget to subscribe and let's go, baby.
오늘 슈퍼내추럴 연습 날인데요. 댄서분들이랑 처음 한 날이라 오늘 대형 위주로 할 것 같습니다.
Focusing on formations, yes.
저는 묶이는 게 좋을 것 같다고 생각을 전달해 드렸습니다.
그 같은 방향이긴 한데 굴곡이 다르긴 해.
좋은데? 저희 이번 컴백은
I think what's cool with NewJeans behind the scenes dance practices, what I really like seeing is that they do have a little bit of a different vibe. They have like this camera where, you know, it's set up in the corner of the room, and you know, when some of the members are taking breaks or like they have some downtime, they talk to us like this and it's cool. Thought I'd point it out.
힙합 위주인 춤들이거든요. 하우스는 약간
And I like how she's explaining the feel of the dance for How Sweet and Supernatural.
스웩
오케이 됐나요?
같은 동작들이 많이 나오고 슈퍼내추럴은 약간 뉴 잭슨
Yes.
연습생 때 많이
Yes,
했던 그런
exactly.
파티 댄스 느낌이어서 약간
Damn, she got a whisper. That's true.
익숙한데
She got a whisper.
끝까지 하기엔 생각보다 힘들더라고요.
자 원몰 타임 할게요.
근데 계속 하면 몸이 익숙해질 거니까
준비.
감사하면 돼요.
So I think, again, I know I pause a lot, all right? Especially when it comes to these type of videos. It's just like, it's my way of being able to express to you guys like what dancers feel like when it comes to expressing these type of movements, right? So for her, you know, she's expressing How Sweet and Supernatural and how she's a little, in this clip right here, she's a little bit more vulnerable to us to be like, this is gonna be a tough dance, but I'll be practicing a lot, like for you guys, basically. So I think that's cool that she shows us that side of her.
그저 본인님들도 멋있는 안무를
And she's shouting out the performance directors. Shout out to the performance directors.
너무 대단하신 것 같아요. 이번 안무 저 시안에서 처음 봤을 때 진짜 입 계속 벌려 있었어요. 보면서.
I think what's cool though is what's very similar in dance practices. When I have dance practice with a dance team, or when I used to be on a dance team, it was actually very similar to something like this. People working on sections while you got people on the sides like messing around and shit. Hey, Danielle with the vocals.
오늘 날씨가 진짜 예뻤는데 벚꽃이 막 이렇게 휘날리고 바람에 낭만적인 그런 날씨였어요. 그리고 오늘 민지 언니가 선물로 준 남방을 입고 왔어요.
Yes, this is pretty normal when you hear other people working on another section and some people talking in the back and on some downtime.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 두구두구 down 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 1, 2 and 이쪽부터 우리 이쪽에 이렇게 이쪽에 1, 2 and 3 할 때 우리 진짜 조금만.
Okay, love the way that their performance director is actually approaching this for Minji on that section. He's clarifying literally the details, and this is very important when it comes to having a practice for the first time with a lot of people. And I think from what Hani said, this is one of the practices where they're doing it with the dancers and shit. It's cool that we get to see where the performance director is really clarifying the details for Minji and making sure that she's got it down and all that shit. And I think what's cool with this, what we're seeing right now too, is like they're showing us the, I don't know necessarily if this is the cleaning process just yet. They're showing us that they're doing it really slowly from the beginning to make sure like the formations are okay, making sure everyone's got the moves down, which is why it's in dance practices, which is why the directors are always going to be repeating certain sections with counts, because this is super important when it comes to making like the last final product of the entire thing, is to make sure everybody knows what they're doing first before really doing it with music a bunch of times.
그 다음에 그 선주랑 혜원이랑 옆줄을 맞춰줘야 돼. 네. 민지 센터 두고 삼각형.
Focused, man. Minji is focused,
이거
locked in.
발랑 맞춰서 해주시면 돼요.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and ha, ha and 5, 6, 7, 8 다시 들어와야 돼. 그렇지. 둘.
And then, yeah, more clarifying right here. Loved it that they're showing this part too. Especially for the four of them, they're really, the other performance director is really making sure that they got these details down as well.
뮤비 때는 이렇게 양손 다 하면 돼요.
원래대로. 네. 이거를 이렇게 치고 오는 느낌이 아니라 가고 하고 그 알잖아. 이거
Yeah, so these.
그 느낌.
So what I mean by clarifying details, this is exactly what I mean. This is like a great great representation of what I mean when I say clarifying details. Like the performance director is saying that it's not really a shove, but it's more something like this. It's more of a smoother movement rather than shoving someone out of the way or something like that. So that way, when you're actually doing the move, you're conveying what the performance director is actually telling you versus like, oh, was it supposed to be like, oh, pushing someone out of the way or shoving, or maybe smoother like this. So this is what I mean. Anytime I ever say like, oh, it's because they're clarifying their details, this is actually a great example of what I'm talking about.
그 알잖아. 이거 맞아.
Man, this might be a long video, man, because the video itself is already long.
손 너무 쫙 안 해도 되고.
I'm yapping it up.
가고 네 몸이 가야 돼.
어떻게 지나가는 거라 여기만 민지 전에만.
우선은 우리 여기 오고 이쪽으로 포즈하면서 올 때
네.
우리가 혜인이가 있어요. 여기 있어요.
Oh, that's right. I wonder if they're gonna show who actually is in the, who was the replacement for Hain at the time for the music video and the performances.
때 자꾸 우리 멤버들 여기가 또 우리가 포즈하면서 올 때가 또 혜인 파트예요. 그래서 자꾸 약간 그쪽 약간 이렇게 좀 사인해줘 댄서분들도 같이 주시면 뭔가 이렇게 사람이 이렇게 보게 되잖아. 그래서 우리는 있는 거예요.
And I think what's cool with NewJeans dance practice, from what we see here, from what they show us, they seem to have a good balance of really being locked in, but also having a good balance of like making sure that they're also having fun at the same time and like really getting to know the dancers, but also spending time with each other as NewJeans to really build that bond and chemistry like they have now.
나오면서 붐붐밤
Dancer sound.
붐붐밤 빰빰빰 빠바 단단단단단단단단.
Footwork.
오케이, 요 자리 멈추고 오케이.
And I love how Supernatural's choreo has such a hip-hop feel to it, where, goddamn, like, I knew I was gonna be talking a lot. I knew it. So with Supernatural's dance, it's very hip-hop, and it's just very straightforward when it comes to the actual choreo. There isn't, like, complicated combos. It's more like, it's very foundation-based, where it's more focused on about really dancing throughout the music, having that bounce, having that swag, and really just being loose with a lot of your movement to actually be able to do this dance. Because it's really simple. It's a lot of whole counts, and I think what's cool about this dance is once you learn the dance, it's really just no overthinking. Just have fun with it, and I love how this is Supernatural really gives that feeling, and I think this is why Supernatural has reached one of my top 3 NewJeans songs.
빠빠빠빠. 아, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 9. 아, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Prop work, man.
둘, 셋, 넷, 하나, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Love that they showed Hani, you know, messing up.
Hi.
Or I
I'm
think
getting water.
it's cool that these videos show that side of the idols.
이 춤 근데 애초에 되게 재밌는 춤이거든요. 전 개인적으로 너무
I
좋아하는데
agree.
댄스분들이랑 같이
I
하는
agree, honey.
그건 분명합니다. 재밌어요.
Yes, that's probably my favorite part too of the dance break. Love this, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed with NewJeans dances, especially when you watch dance practices, there's a lot of traveling. There's a lot of traveling within their formations. There's a lot of traveling from stage left to stage right, upstage, downstage. That's what I think is what kind of sets apart with NewJeans dances is that, yes, they're doing choreo, but there's a lot of traveling happening. I'm really hoping we do get a dance practice version in the future. If not, you know, it's cool. We got this. Like I said, super straightforward, very bouncy, about having fun.
둘, 셋, 넷. 오케이, 이 정도? 원래는 더 가나요?
원래는
딱 여기까지만 가야 될 거네. 그래서 민지가 딱 0.5로 딱 맞춰주고, 이 정도. 그 다음 가볼게요. 따따, 픽, 픽, 픽. 픽. 네.
Nice lines.
딱 요 정도로. 그래서 가는 걸 조금만 덜 가면 다 댄서분들도 오시기가 좀 더 나을 것 같아요.
Oh, here's another thing too
Okay.
with running it with music. So there's gonna be times in dance practice too where the directors will have you run it with music a good chunk of times in certain sections to figure out like, oh, maybe this part in this song is not really fitting with this effect or maybe this choreo. So the way that a lot of this works too is like, yes, the performance directors have choreographed parts of this song, but sometimes they will, not even sometimes, more often than not, there's going to be a lot of times where the performance directors will change choreo up after seeing it with music, because sometimes it didn't work the way they intended it for it to work, or maybe they can come up with a better combo, things like that, which is why running it with music a bunch of times too is very important.
괜찮으실까요? 네.
이번에 처음부터 끝까지 한대요.
Oh man,
화이팅이다.
entire thing. I'll be
Wish us
sweating.
luck. Wish us lots of
Good luck. Running it from the top all the way through. Good luck. Especially with this song. I don't know if the performance directors have clarified how long their rehearsals are. I love that I finally get to see the formations at least.
그 다음에 우리 혜린이 파트 할 때 우리가 사선에서 시작해서 전전전 이렇게 되잖아요. 그 전전전 이렇게 되는 그 타이밍에 수아가 바로 같이 옆에
She's too short.
이게 조금 생각보다 느리거든요.
I relate to Hani. I'm short too, bro.
안무하면서 갈 때 이 네 분이 너무 벌어지지 않아도 될 것 같아요. 네, 너무 벌어지면 여기랑 또 겹쳐서 분리가 안 돼가지고 양쪽으로 이렇게 하나 그냥 하고 뭐 카메라를 가리키고 나와도 돼요. 여기를 풀어주라고. 원, 투. 투에 열어주시라고. 이렇게 나오잖아. 그 시작을 투에 그냥 바로 며칠 올리거든. 그 앞에 그
You see how they be messing around? This is important, bro. Sometimes you gotta be messing around in dance practice to fucking, like, just keep the morale up. Especially if the rehearsals are long. Gotta be messing around.
이거 풀로 하니까 어때 멤버들? 그렇지. 당연하다니까. 하우스에서 이길 게 없어.
하고 나니까
모든 게 다 괜찮아.
하우스에 이길 수 없어.
Damn, do they think House Sweet is actually... Damn, they think House Sweet is the hardest one.
진짜 마지막.
ETA도 식은죽 먹기로 알고.
이치는 이제 그냥
날 하나 있으니까.
맞아, 이태일 그냥 날아다니는 거.
Maybe because House Sweet maybe is also a longer song than ETA.
다시 틀게요.
I gotta see the meaning of it. I don't know what we've done to 돌아가긴 싫어. 뭐 시대이루. Don't know what we've been so
I also like how they show whoever's recording doing actual camera work. And I think this has something to do with the way the music video pans out and performance videos, especially when they promote and shit. I think it has something to do with that, because like obviously if it's just a dance practice video for them to just watch, why have all this camera work? I'm sure they have the wide view version too, where they just do this and just record and just stand there. I think it's intentional that whenever they're recording run-throughs, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why they do the camera work, and the big reason, which I think it is because they're idols. It's very important to perform towards the camera and not always look at the mirror, because in dance practices, yes, you got the mirror, right? The mirror is your best friend when it comes to making sure you look good, making sure you have all the details down. But when it comes to a performance, music video, anything like that, the mirrors aren't there. That means you really got to be locked in and really perform when it comes to doing this camera work. And I think that's part of how they get really good at performing, is that they perform towards the camera and make sure that they're not actually looking at the mirror. Otherwise, it kind of takes your immersion out, because it's easily noticeable. Trust me, it's easily noticeable if you know someone's looking at the camera, or sorry, at the mirror, if they're actually recording run-throughs. Yeah, this video is gonna be long, guys. So I feel like, whatever. I'm a yapper. So y'all all in the comment section saying that I talk too much? Yes, I do, baby. Yes, I do, and I'm proud of it.
아주 신나고 즐거운 힙합 파티.
This is day 2. You can tell how much they've improved on it already. For sure, when you first learn choreo and you sleep on it and you do it again the next day, you tend to obviously it tends to be better, just because you finally slept on it and you're able to like recover from the day before. That was a smooth transition out of the audio. Dude, NewJeans shoe game is too good. I mean, they're Nike ambassadors, so I'm pretty sure they are.
이거 할 때 있지. 이거 할 때 너 기준으로 조금만 왼쪽으로 왔어. 다니한테 너무.
Oh, I like how they kind of they put this in the subtitles here. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna explain it a little bit too. Damn, my fault, guys, my fault.
이거 할 때.
After a full run through, time to go over details. So whenever like this is, I think, the common practice for a lot of dance teams, and I guess with working with idols too, is they'll probably go in, warm up in practice, and then they will do a run through with music first to see how it looks like and see what needs to be worked on in terms of priority. So once the directors see the run through, it's like, oh, you know what, we were struggling on this part a little bit, we're gonna work on this first. Or we were struggling on the last part, so we're gonna work on the last part first. I'm speaking from my own experience. I think they probably do, after warm-ups, they probably do a run through with music, and then the directors will come back and say, okay, these are the things that I noticed that we're struggling on. We're gonna be working on this, and we're gonna be clarifying details here.
너 기준으로 조금만 왼쪽으로 왔어. 다니한테 너무 붙어 있어서 여기 세 명은 민지 혼자
Working on spacing.
그래서 혜린이가 원래 섰던 데에서 조금만 왼쪽으로 와서 해주고.
Yeah, so he's now clarifying like where they might be struggling in formations, making sure that people are NewJeans are in their spots.
우리 한번 할까? 어디지? 여기서부터 하자. B 5, 6, 7, 8 굿. 오케이. 아, 댄서분들이랑 부딪혀서 혹시 댄서분들 들어오시는 라인 한번 볼 수 있을까요? 네. 어디서 들어오는지 민지 한번 어디 갈까?
저희 가면 안 돼? 이거를? 이거요? 그 너무 많이 가서 뒤로 가면서 그냥 안 와.
두 걸음 뒤로 가면 돼.
뒤로 왔어요. 아 이거 할 때 뒤로요?
뒤로 가면서.
아니야.
아니야.
There's a travel.
오케이.
댄서분들이 이 줄로 오시면.
Oh, I feel like I haven't talked about this before in my videos, in my prior videos, maybe because you don't see it as often, but these tapes here are actually really important. So you see these tapes on the ground, these are actually just to mark, and I think it might be based off of like what stage they might be performing on, or how like big how wide the camera is going to be. And I think it all depends on like what they're preparing for. And so most of the time these tapes are a reference to being like center. This is this side of the stage. This is this side of the stage. So they use this as reference to be able to use like to work on their formations. So most likely this blue tape right here is probably center. So this is gonna be the main reference point of what they're gonna be doing when it comes to working with formations and like recording the stuff.
지금 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. 오케이. 이렇게 하면 괜찮아? 댄서분들 방금처럼 조금만 줄여서 가주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 되나요? 방금 우리 멤버들도 지금 간격이 딱 좋거든.
Clarifying first steps to make sure that they don't like run into traveling issues.
이렇게 스위치할 때 제가 지금 약간 아슬아슬하게 지나가고 있거든요.
한번 하면 되지.
Yeah, so when there's NewJeans has a lot of traveling in their choreo, so sometimes they do have to repeat this a lot in order to make sure that they're not bumping into each other and making sure like the traveling traffic when it comes to switching formations is good, so that when they do perform they don't actually like bump into each other, or it's too tight to do this move, or it's very important to do all that shit. And I think this is a good, again, another good representation of what we're seeing when it comes to like Minji saying, hey, you know what, I'm having trouble with this travel right here. I think it's a little, I think she was saying that it's too tight to get through. I something like that. Yeah, because for Minji, she can't see behind her. So Heren in this case has to be the one accounting for Minji, because she's the one that can see Minji.
뒤를 못 보잖아. 그래서 혜린이가 조금만 비켜서 민지가 지나가면은 그때 다시 센터를 살짝 잡아줄 거야. 네. 하고 혜린이는 그러면 민지가 혜린이 한번 보거든. 혜린이도 민지 한번 보자. 민지 보면서 와. 처음만 잡고 민지 보면서 오고 그 다음에 센터 잡고. 오케이? 한 번만 다시 해줄게. 6, 시작. 또루루루루루루 쓰리 탁 앤 붐. 붐. 그렇지.
Nice.
이렇게 약간 토스하는 느낌으로 한 번씩 봐주고 맞추면 좋아. 됐나요? 이렇게 음악에 한 번만 더 해보겠습니다.
Yo, Minji's shoes are dope as hell. What the? This is the closest thing we'll get to a dance practice, guys. Or a dance practice video. Break time. Yeah, this is tough. The dance is like
여기 안에다가
it just
휴지를
goes.
넣었는데 그래도
It just goes.
다 젖었어. 오 마이 갓. 땀 냄새 이렇게 많이 났지?
It's the dance, dude. The dance is insane. Holy shit.
5, 6, and diggy diggy pan. Gan 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 gan. 버버버버버버버버. 그래서 앞으로 으차 쿵쿵쿵쿵.
Yeah, I really wonder how long their rehearsals are.
이거를 그냥 이렇게 서서 하면 재미가 없어요. 약간 훅 그렇지. 이 가드를 약간 훅겨. 그렇지. 그래서 이거보다 약간 이렇게 넓은 느낌, 높은 거보다 넓은 느낌.
There you go. Details being clarified.
그렇지. 이렇게 돼야 돼. 이렇게 일자 말고. 지금 훨씬 괜찮아. 이게 약간 그 뭐야 마인드잖아. 약간 이거를 치면 안 돼 손바닥으로. 잡고 진짜 이런
There you
느낌.
go.
훅 당겨. 이 느낌 더 써야 돼. 처음 시작.
Another example of her, like, again, don't do it like this. It's more of like this.
6, 7, 8. 훅 당겨. 좋아. 처음에 근데 이제 이렇게 됐어요.
내 얼굴.
The dance break for this is so good, man. Really love how they incorporated the microphone stands and then to take off the microphones to get to this part. That's Danielle's wallpaper.
뉴진스 슈퍼내추럴 뮤비 전 연습.
Oh, damn. Her music video short. Or
저희의
music video
연습은
shoot.
내일 화이팅.
화이팅.
Yeah, good luck.
오늘도 성공.
Good luck. How many practices? Why does it seem like they only did 2 practices? That's actually crazy. Oh, there we go. So now this is where the replacement comes in, I think. Because that's... Wait, what? Wait, I'm tripping. Oh, there we go. I was like, that's Hedden. But there's the replacement member right there. I think that's one of the performance directors, I believe so. I think? I could be wrong though. Oh, I think that is. And I think when I saw the music video for the first time too, and they did the dance break with the microphones and and there was a person with a bunny mask. I think the music video was so genius to still include Hain, even though she's injured, or for that time being, to include her and have her be part of the main storyline of the music videos. But also add in I believe one of the performance directors, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like one of them, to complete the entire formation. So rather than doing the performance with just 4 members, it's still 5 when it comes to this microphone part, or like when it still includes them in the actual formation. Which I think is super dope. Imagine idol in training. Imagine. Bro, NewJeans is so swaggy, bro. How they always got some like hype beast type shit outfits, bro. The Hain cutout. I just realized there's a Hain cutout right here. That's funny as hell. I remember learning this dance break off the video. Oh, love this, love this. So this is what I love about this dance too, and I love that we got this clip actually. She's clarifying instead of doing it in a clean way, where just doing the first part of the dance break in a clean way. She expresses that like, oh, we should do it this way to give it more of a sloppier type of movement to make it more fun. Because the dance itself is not meant to be like precise and super crazy with details, but rather like just really dancing. And every dance, like if you guys ever noticed, not every dance has to be like sharp, clean. You gotta hit this picture here. Sometimes it's just about dancing. And that's what Supernatural gives me when it comes to like actually when I learned this dance, that's exactly what it gave me. The feeling. Yeah. The Hain cutout, bro. I'm dead. I love how they include her still, dude. It's so funny. Yeah. So the dance, the choreo itself is a lot more full out in terms of energy and bounce. Again, very straightforward, just very flowy. Just goes. 2 o'clock, like in the nighttime? Is that Supreme?
연결돼 있어.
This is what I said, man. They're hype beasts, bro.
언니들 모여요. 저 안아주세요. 너무 너인데?
니잖아. just 모다니. 아 모여봐요 이렇게 하지 않을까?
아 모여봐요.
Anyway.
그건 언니 아니에요.
여러분 모여보세요. 오늘 연습이 끝이 났습니다. 혜인이도 신났나봐요.
I wonder how many hours they go for, bro. Like,
좋습니다.
늘 이걸로 하는 것 같아 이제.
합시다.
좋아요.
참고로
혜인이도 같이 포즈해야 돼요. 오늘도 성공. 안녕.
I think that's it. It looks like that's it. So hopefully we get dance practice in the future. I just love dance, and I love to get to talk about dance with y'all. So, you know, if you like that, I got y'all. If you don't even trip. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this series for 17 and NewJeans. I got y'all. And if you love NewJeans like I do, don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.